Beautiful people, welcome to day 7 of the challenge. For context, if you don't know, I have a DELF B1 exam in French in 18th of June. Today is 9th of June when I'm recording this, but I will upload it late at night. So I have 9 days exactly to finish and pass. For this video, I wanted to give you some background on when I started learning French and what is going on actually with me. And this video will be really transparent, so if you are not okay with that, then maybe don't watch this. So basically, I have a bipolar disorder, and that means that I have usually I have normal phases when I'm like other people, but I have depressed phases and also manic phases. For a lot of people, manic phases are basically when you go clubbing, when you are maybe a bit taking a lot of risks. It's like kind of being on drugs. You're really happy all the time, or you're really energetic. You don't sleep is one of the signs. For me personally, is I don't sleep and I eat a lot more than I would in my other phase, which is depression, where I sleep a lot and I don't eat much. But like I said, in manic phases you usually make risky decisions also, and my phases sometimes last like couple months to like the longest time was 6 months, so they could be also very long. They're not changing like every other hour. Sometimes they do, but usually they don't. So during one of my manic phases, I did something kind of crazy. Backstory, my university, we can choose an extracurricular and it's for free, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna use that opportunity. And well, for me, like A1 classes are kind of boring, so I never started language at A1. I was like, okay, what else do they have? Because I already am I already finished my German C1 class. Like, I'm not at C1 level, but I finished university extracurricular C1 class. So I was like, that's boring. What can I do that's new? And the option was French A2 to B1. And I was like, yeah, that sounds interesting. I can get myself to A2 until the class starts, which was at the time around 2 weeks, like a week and a half. And then I can go on and study and get to B1, right? Wrong. This was the beginning of my manic phase. I managed to study A2 in 2 weeks. A1 and A2 in 2 weeks. And I went to the class, and unfortunately the class was a bit boring for me. Not because it was good, but because I was in my manic phase. And because I need to be like really highly stimulated for me to be grounded when I'm in my manic phase. Like it's quite hard to explain the feeling, but like I would be studying with the teacher and also studying something else on my own, and also painting at the same time, but I'm also playing chess on my phone, and I'm also talking to my friends in order to not feel really overstimulated. And it's not overwhelming, it's underwhelming. Everything is very underwhelming. I get very anxious and too much energy, and I pick on my fingers and do stuff like that. So it's not really nice. So I went to the class, and the class was a bit boring, and so I wanted to challenge. You can see where this is going, I'm assuming. As a challenge, I decided to enroll in a DELF B1 exam. And the first available date was 18th of June, and that's what I did. Now, mind you, at this time, my classes got cancelled because my teacher was on vacation. So I didn't have a teacher for like a week or two. She is going to make up the classes, but that will be after my exam, so it doesn't matter. Unfortunate, but anyways. So basically now I have the exam on 18th, and I need to therefore study for it. But this whole thing has been in less than a month. So far, from nothing in French to B1, I had to go in 1 month, and I did that. or so they say. I mean, I still haven't done the exam, so maybe I fail and then I would have not done it. But so this was the reason why I'm doing this challenge. And I'm just documenting the journey. And so basically that's my background. That's how much French I know, like since last month. I think it would have been like a month and a week now, like maybe 5 weeks, that I studied A1, A2, and B1. Even though my B1 is not good enough yet, but I'm gonna try my best, and that's all that matters. But yeah, raise awareness for bipolar disorder. That's why, just want to be clear why I am doing this. So actually, as someone who does learn languages and knows a lot about learning languages, not just to learn but how to learn, I do not recommend this. Don't try this. For me personally, I would actually tell a lot of people that it's not really possible to really learn a language in such a short, cramped up time. I mean, everything is possible if you really put your mind into, but it's not really healthy. Especially if you don't have, like I said, like a condition where you need to be really stimulated. It can be really, really overwhelming, and it can really mess up with your mental and physical health. Definitely also your physical health. But yeah, that was all that I wanted to talk about. Now on to the interesting stuff. Look at what I got. I got this book, DELF 100%, because I found it today at the library, and it's only the exams of DELF from 2020, which is amazing because it's the new format. And so I did the first one today, and basically I got 15 out of 25 for speaking. I got 14 out of 25 for writing, and I got 18 minutes plus. I did good on listening and reading as expected. I did 21 out of 25 on listening, and I got 23 out of 25 on reading, and I also had 25 minutes extra. So that was the results. Honestly, I think the reading was too easy this time. It could have been luck. Also, the listening was not too hard. I think these are like luck based. I don't think I'm gonna get the same results like every single time, but I'm happy to have gotten these results. So I also wanted to give additional educational value, and I want to tell you how I do like tips for how to do the reading, because honestly I think that's the easiest part. So basically, as you can see here, when you go to the reading part, you have exercise 1. In here, it gives you some information about what you're looking for. Read this carefully. Then you will see some of these stuff. Usually, it makes sense to go not read the whole thing, but go and check and come back. Like, there's a number here. So, 15 élèves. That makes sense to be like, this is the same word also. That's my advice for part 1. For part 2 and part 3, what I do is that basically I read the questions, but I do a skimming through all the questions, but then I go, so for the first question, it should be in the first paragraph, like second question should be in the first or second paragraph. So this way you don't have to read the whole thing and then go answer and then come back, but you go simultaneously. And that's how I saved up 25 minutes. And well, I don't do it right now because I'm lazy, but in the exam I will add up this time, like this 25 minutes and the 18 minutes, for if something emergency happens or something out of the ordinary happens, or to check on my answers and check back especially on my writing and my spelling and stuff, because I still have a lot of problems in that area. But yeah, that was it for today's video. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.